Minnesota Vikings.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The Vikings at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Matthew McCray on for the PAT. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They run with a 4th-year man. This is Damian Harris.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Burrow setting up the screen. Harris.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Finding Harris on back-to-back plays.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep, Nyheim Hines.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Danielle Hunter from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
It was great just to see Danielle Hunter back on the field after missing all of 2020 with a neck injury. When he's on top of his game, book him for the Pro Bowl, and he'll always be contending for All-Pro status.
Steps away to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now Burrow on first down. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Play action. It's Burrow. Man open. That's Calvin Ridley. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. First down. Here's Burrow. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. To the air again, Burrow. That's swung out wide to Harris. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll leave it with a 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Burrow will throw. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kadarius Toney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
The return is Jones from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now left side on the swing pass. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Here's Burrow. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Harris running straight ahead. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. On the give, this is Harris. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Here's Tommy Townsend now
as he's on the punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. McCaffrey running up the middle. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. It's a quarterback sneak, and he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Now this throw caught left side. And it's going to be another first down as they get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Up the gut, McCaffrey.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people out of it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. Touchdown! C.J. Uzomah. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. It's brought in by Harris. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They go play action with Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And Burrow going to throw again. Harris has it over the middle.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 21-0 lead already, no need really to take any unnecessary risks. Catch made right side by Wilson. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That one man wide open down the middle. Touchdown, Vikings! Kadarius Toney with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
And the ball is knocked out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds Wilson, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Uzomah from 13 yards out. And the Vikings open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. The return is Jones from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. 1st down, here's Burrow. There's Tremble, the tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They hand this off to Harris. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. That caught by Tremble. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Burrow. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow out route. He finds his man. It's Jones. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Burrow will throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Calvin Ridley, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are able to claw one back. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And under the Lions' pressure. He's brought down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're going to look to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now Burrow on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Now it's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now it's Burrow.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Kadarius Toney
from a yard out.
And the Vikings get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow.
Left side to Lamb.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Burrow. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st down, Detroit.
To the air again, Burrow. And he'll go right back to Lamb. Touchdown, Detroit! CeeDee Lamb, 30 yards. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. The extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And the Lions 1st down.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That's swung out wide to Harris. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 4.
Out of bounds at the 18-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
This is Harris on the draw. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 10. And the Lions 1st down.
He'll drop to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And Burrow going to throw again. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. On the delay, here's Harris. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. That's complete outright to the tight end, Trimble. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. Here's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
I have no idea what the top speed is, all those high-end sports cars, what's the top gear you can get into. This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Vikings, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints.